everyone. So today I'm going to be showing you my trick for taking two jolly bars and turning them into 4 half square triangles. It's going to be really fast, really efficient, and I really think it'll be helpful for you in quickly piecing together your quilts using half square triangles. All right, so let's get started. Okay, so first I want to let you know what fabric I am using. So this is a jolly bar, and essentially they're a strip of rectangular shaped fabric that is 5 inches by 10 inches. So it's basically a layer cake cut in half. I purchased this one from the Fat Quarter Shop. It is the at-home jolly bar, and it is at home with Bonnie and Camille, and it's from Moda Fabrics. So I just wanted to let you guys know that, just in case you like the fabric and want to replicate what I'm doing. The fabric is absolutely beautiful. So I'll put more detailed information about this pattern that I am doing on my blog, so you can go check that out at createbeautifulquilts.com. But let's just go ahead and get into how you are going to make this all work. So these are my background fabrics, and they're all the same. They are beautiful dotted fabric, very subtle, and it's also in this same collection of fabric. And so what I did was I marked on the back of them, I marked the halfway point, and then at that halfway point I marked corner to corner on all of these. So the 5-inch halfway point I marked, and then corner to corner from that center point. And what we're going to do is we're going to sew a 1/4-inch seam along both sides of the angle. And then after that, we're going to cut along all of the marked lines. And when we do that, it's going to give us 4 half square triangles. So I'm going to pair one of the background pieces with all of these, and then I'll have a few left over that are going to be paired together to get the pattern I want. But when I pair all of these together, you can pin or not, but like I said, we're going to sew a 1/4 inch along each of the angles. You're not going to sew along the middle one. And then we will cut along all the drawn lines. Okay, so let's go to the sewing machine and look at how that will look. Okay, so I have my sewing machine set up to where when this marked red line on my presser foot is along the marked line I drew, the needle is set to come down a 1/4 inch from there. So what I'm going to do is I like to hold my strings to the side so that lower bobbin string doesn't gather up on the bottom. And then I'm going to sew a 1/4 inch from that side of my marked line. Okay, I have my needle always stays in the down position when I sew. So I'm going to raise my needle, and I'm actually just going to turn and come along this side here. Lower my needle. Okay, raise my needle, and I'm going to come along this side. Everything's going to get cut later, so I'm just not going to worry about that. Okay, and then this final side here, okay, and I'm going to snip these threads. Okay, and so as you can see, we sewed a 1/4 inch from both sides of this angled mark line. Okay, so now we're gonna cut all of these marked lines. Okay, so now we are at our cutting mat and I have my ruler. So we're gonna cut along these marked lines. So I am going to make sure I'm lined up straight just in case. So I'm also looking at my lines on the ruler, not just the marked line I drew, just to make sure I'm in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 inches. I didn't make any mistakes, because once you cut, you can't fix it. You can always pull your threads, but you can't fix your cuts. Okay, and so I'm going to line up corner to corner here. And then there I have 2. And then let me get my last 2. Just going to line up corner to corner and cut along that line I marked. Okay, and close your rotary cutter. I'm going to set that to the side, and then let's take a look. Okay, they obviously need to get pressed, but just like that, we have 4 half square triangles. And after I press them, I'll see if any need to get squared up, but they look pretty good, don't you think? So that is a quick way to make half square triangles. And just to show you, because I have some bigger layer cake pieces, you could do the same thing with these. You would just end up with 8 half square triangles. So basically, just so you can see, for the layer cake, how you would mark no, it would be this way, would be easier. So how you would mark on a layer cake is you would mark down the center, and you would mark here where these meet, and then you would cut corner to corner. Okay, and you would cut still along the lines. Okay, so you could do this with a layer cake as well. You would just end up with 8 half square triangles instead of 4. Okay, so I am going to finish doing all of my jolly bars and put my pattern together. So if you would like to see the completed project, you can go to my blog and check that out. I already have all my other fabrics picked out from the at-home collection. This is going to be the back of my quilt. This is going to be the binding, and then the jolly bar fabric and the yardage I cut down for the background. I really think it's going to be a beautiful quilt. Hopefully this little quick trick I used to turn these jolly bars into half square triangles was helpful for you. All right, you guys, thanks for watching. Bye.